Hi there. Let's find a little calm in the midst of real life. My name is Regina, and I help midlife women to find more calm in their days, to feel strength, and to feel safe in their minds and in their bodies. So we do this one moment at a time, one breath at a time, and one practice at a time. Join me. So today, come into an easy seat. Some kind of a crisscross position might feel nice, but if not, you're welcome to sit in any seated posture that does work for you. I do encourage you to grab something you can elevate your hips on, maybe a little yoga block. You could also use cushions, pillows, etc. Something like more of a pillow or a little cushion, toss cushion. I like to use the little cushion right under the edge of my sitting bones, just to bring a little tilt of the pelvis forward and support my low back. But you could elevate your hips all the way on the block, and that would make a big difference as well. All right, so let's take just a moment. If you're comfortable with it, let the eyes downcast or even close. Notice your natural breaths as they come. There's nothing to change or fix. Take a moment to scan through your body and notice how your physical body feels without judgments, without expectations. And then I encourage you, if it's comfortable, everything I offer you is that an offering. So if something doesn't feel right, feel free to just do what does feel better for you. As if I were to offer you a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and you really weren't interested, you could simply decline. So you have the same autonomy here. Then I invite you to let your hands softly rest over your heart. So just placing them right. We're not pressing them flat, just placing like a gentle hug for your heart. Bring your breath and awareness into the space of your heart. Allow the breaths to flow. And if it feels right, remind yourself, I am safe in this moment. At this moment, I am okay. I am loved. And as you exhale, allow the hands to release, maybe lower chin toward chest. So we're just bringing a gentle stretch into the back of the neck. And we'll slowly inhale the head back up and exhale right ear toward right shoulder. Feel free to linger longer. You can always hit pause. And then we'll roll chin toward chest and inhale the head back up. Exhale your left ear toward your left shoulder. And be curious here. Maybe you need a little shift of the head or the neck in one direction or the other. So what we're doing here is just taking a pause to grow in awareness, to honor what is present. And as we exhale to release whatever we can, whatever we no longer need. And then we'll exhale the chin back toward the chest. Let the head gently move side to side. As we inhale the head up, draw the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back and around. Move slowly, be aware, mindful. And then switch direction for your circles. So there is no rush here, just taking this pause to honor ourselves and to allow calm to really be present in the midst of our day, in our real lives. Take a little wiggle, a little shift through your shoulders, maybe move that out into your arms and hands. So movement is one of those ways that we can reset our nervous system. It's a somatic movement. So it just means that we're working with the body, allowing things to release. All right, take a big breath in. If it's comfortable, let the arms float all the way up. As you exhale, slowly reach the left arm to the right. Maybe turn your chin down. It could be centered or even lift it toward your left palm. And then we'll exhale, circle the left arm down and up and around. Let's take another couple of slow circles here. And then switch the direction. So what we're doing here is moving with awareness, being intentional with our movement. And then lower that arm. Come up nice and tall, reach the arms out and wiggle them down. And then we'll inhale, send your right arm up. Exhale toward your left. Again, be curious, move your chin any direction that you need to feel comfortable in your neck. So as we take these mindful moves and we focus on our breath, this moment is an opportunity to help us realize that calm can be a part of our day and that calm can actually be normal instead of stressed and um, tense and overwhelmed. And then we'll exhale the arm down, take some gentle rotations. Now, your rotations may look different than mine. You may have more fluidity, more range of motion, and really be able to extend. And that's lovely if you can. Reverse your circle. And then you might have less range of motion, more restriction, and that's okay as well. So we're just working with what our bodies have given us. And then we'll exhale the arm down and wiggle them out. Give them a little shake, maybe a shrug and a sigh as we let it go. In our seated position, we can just switch the leg that's in front if we are still in our crisscross. If we have something under the edge of the sitting bones, I invite you to remove it. And then you can explore. If you're on a block, you might be able to move through this little spinal movement with the block under you or another prop, or you might choose to come off. Entirely up to you. So let me just take a little spin around here to the side so you can watch my spine. So we start out nice and tall. So we don't want to be letting the low back dump out. We're nice and tall. This supports the energy movement through the spinal column and allows us to be even healthier. So as we exhale, we're going to push the spine back, and now we are rounding. We might even let the knees come up and just curl the body in toward itself here in the front of the body. And then as we inhale, we'll lower the legs, press into the sitting bones, extend our spines, and maybe even roll the shoulders down and open the heart. If we are lengthening the neck, we're still mindful that we're not dropping the head back. We're just pulling the head back as we extend. And we'll exhale, round the spine. This is a cat pose, seated cat pose. And as we inhale, we root down, slowly extend and open into seated cow. And let's take that one more time. And this allows us to be mindful, fully present and aware, but it's also giving our spine some movement and helping it to release some long-held tensions. Whether we spend our days seated, standing, walking, caring for others, whatever it is, we need to give our back a little freedom, a little movement, and permission to rest and reset, to feel calm. So from here, we're going to thread the needle. And there are two different poses that are thread the needle. You can do it from tabletop and thread the arm under, and then other people will do it laying on the back, bring an ankle across to the opposite thigh. How about we do both today? They both can be called thread the needle. I like to refer to the one for the legs as figure 4 so that we have that differentiation. So if you will, if you're able, go ahead and make your way over onto your hands and knees and join me in tabletop. So as you come to tabletop, we're going to allow our bodies a little quiet reflection in this moment of reset. So we'll start, I'll turn this way so you can see. You're going to inhale, take your right arm out to the right. And as you exhale, you're going to take it under the left. And your palm will be up, so you're not turning it down. Okay? But when we do this, we are keeping the hips stacked over the knees. So we'll come down onto the right shoulder and then the side of the head. Right. So in doing this, be very mindful that you're not putting weight in your neck. Right. And so then you can keep the opposite hand on the floor. You can lower to that forearm. If you feel really steady and stable, you might take your arm, your left arm, and wrap it around behind you. So just finding the place that allows you to be calm, to feel safe, stable, and able to check in with yourself and notice where you carry stress. Slow, deep breaths.
Many of us carry stress in our necks and shoulders. This is your permission to let it soften and just let go, even if it's just a layer of that tension. And then I invite you to bring your left hand back to the floor and allow that wrist to be somewhere under the elbow. And then we'll inhale, pull the belly toward the back. Inhale to ease your body up. Take your right arm out, give it a little shake and a wiggle, maybe some shoulder movement. Set your right hand. Inhale the left. Exhale, thread under. Come onto your cheek. Hips remain high over the knees. And once you're settled in and you are aware of where you're placing your body weight and you protect your neck, then you might take your right arm down or wrap it around behind the back. I invite you back to following the breath as it comes in and as it goes out. And then we'll guide the left hand, or excuse me, your right hand back to your floor space. Pull the belly button toward your back and inhale, push the earth away. Bring your left arm out. Take some movement. Maybe move through the shoulder. And then we'll pause here in our tabletop. Tabletop is a great reminder to come back to stability and to stillness. It's a neutral spine and allows us to be able to um, find calm in the stillness and to remember that calm is strength. And then exhale, lift the center of your spine for a cat pose. Notice how your body releases tension. Inhale, lift the tailbone, roll through the spine, open your heart forward. And then make your way back to neutral. And we'll come all the way down into child's pose, letting the knees move away from one another. Shift the hips back, melt your heart down. Now you're welcome to bring in a pillow of some kind and let it support you and make this more comfortable by bringing the floor up to you. You can also, if you have restrictions in your hips, you can take a little rolled cloth right between the hip crease or in that hip crease and or behind a knee if you have some knee restrictions. All right. And then we'll settle in. We'll take about 5 breaths in this child's pose, which is a very nurturing pose. If you're able to bring your forehead to the earth, then do so. If not, then feel free to stack your arms and let your head rest on your arms. Allow your breath and awareness to be at the back of your heart space.
Allow your body to soften. And we want to do this with ease, not by force. And notice how your body feels when it is allowed to relax and to be in stillness. And then we'll guide the belly in toward the back, toward our spine. Slowly inhale back up to hands and knees, tabletop position. Bring the knees in. And then you can extend one leg, shake it out, bring it back, and do the other one. From here, pivot the feet over to one side. Come all the way down to your sitting bones. Bring the feet out in front of you. And let's roll the spine down. So you maybe like to have your blocks if you have them or some other props of that kind. And we'll roll down with the knees bent. So we're coming down into a reclined figure four. Some people also refer to this as thread the needle. So let's take both legs in the air and give them a good shake. You can even shake your arms as well, just supporting that nervous system reset. And even ankle and wrist circles, fingers and toes get a nice wiggle. And then we will take the left foot down, cross the right ankle over, and then just press that right leg away. Ankle is flexed, so ankle flexion is the opposite of pointed. And then we can stay right here, or we can take a block under the left foot for a little more elevation, and or you can bring that left knee in and just support it with the hand or hands. So that's a little hip release. Can feel really nice for your low back. A couple more nice steady breaths. And we'll exhale, foot down, unwind, and we'll take second side. So left ankle over right thigh, ankle is flexed. Stay here, take the foot on a block, or bring the knee in over the hip. And this is where you'll use your hands to help hold. Just thread. This is sometimes why it's called thread the needle. You take the hand through the knees and hold the back of the leg. And then your other arm comes from the outside. Ankles are flexed. Slow, steady breaths. And then we'll exhale to release. And then take the legs and shake them again just a little bit. And from here, we'll go finish with our bridge pose. This will be our last pose. And I'm going to encourage you, if you don't have a block, to have a cushion or something that you could use. So the knees are bent. You're going to push into the feet, lift your hips, slide your block right under your sacrum. Your sacrum is the flat bone below the hip bones. It's kind of a triangle shaped bone that is right in that low, what we refer to as the low back, below the hips. And then we just let the legs either stay as they are or walk the feet wide and let the knees rest into one another. Constructive rest, um, or in this case, supported bridge, allows the hip flexors, which connect the legs to the torso, to be in a state of rest. Maybe your breath begins to arrive deeper in your belly. And then if you'd like to linger here even longer, I really encourage you to do so. Just hit pause and stay here. But for those of us moving on, walk the feet back in line with the hips. Lift the hips, extend the tailbone toward the heels, and lower your hips. Gently guide both legs in if that's available. Take a little rock. Maybe even let your knees circle in the air. A little massage for your low back. And then hands to the hamstrings, where it'll rock our bodies up to seated. And you may like to elevate your hips again or sit on, bring a little cushion under the edge of the sitting bones, whatever makes you feel comfortable there. All right, so just remembering what calm feels like has been the focus of our practice today. And I want to wrap up with just a moment of tapping, so emotional freedom technique. And this is just going to support our efforts to find calm in real life. And if you have nothing but a minute or two, you could fast forward through the rest of this recording and just do the tapping. It would be lovely. All right, so I'll walk you through it step by step. Feel free to just follow along. We'll start with a nice gentle breath in and a soft exhale. And then we begin on the karate chop point, so the side of the hand. Just bringing the opposite fingers, soft tapping going on here. And you can silently repeat after me or even out loud if you're comfortable with that. Even though life feels full right now, I choose to meet this moment with kindness. Even though there is so much asking for my attention, I allow myself this moment, this small moment, to pause. Even though everything around me may not be calm, I remember peace can begin with me. Moving to the eyebrow, so right inside that eyebrow, and it doesn't matter which side you're on. Life feels busy outside of the eye, right over the cheekbone there. There is so much to think about under the eye. So much to remember under the nose. So much to do on the chin. And yet, I am here. Below the collarbones. I don't have to wait until everything is finished to feel calm. Under an arm. I don't have to earn this moment of peace. Top of the head. I can return to myself, one breath at a time. Back to the inside of the eye. My nervous system can soften. Side of the eye. Even in the middle of real life. Under the eye. Calm is available to me. Under the nose. one small moment at a time. On the chin, I choose what I give my attention to. Collarbone, I choose steadiness instead of rushing. Under the arm, I carry this calm with me. Top of the head, peace is available to me. You may pause your tapping, take a slow breath in, and a long exhalation. And I invite you to carry this calm with you into the remainder of your day. You don't have to stop and step out of life in order to enjoy a moment of calm. Namaste. See you next time.